Hey everybody, I just wanted to do a quick video to show off my lightsaber I built at Savi's workshop at Galaxy Edge in Disneyland. I apologize for the video quality. I don't have a fancy camera set up, so this is just going to be cell phone, so it might be a little shaky, but I just wanted to give a quick peek here. So the lightsaber itself, when you do it, it's like $200. It's a whole ceremony. You get to go in, they bring you in a secret back room, teach you about Kyber Crystals and lightsabers and stuff, so it's an experience, definitely a cool thing to do. You get to choose from 4 styles of lightsaber. Mine, the one I did was patience and defense, but there's like a nature one and an offensive one and one other one. But when you do it, it's basically 5 pieces. So there's the base, then there's this section, the middle here, this section, and then the top. And when you choose, like I chose patience and defense, for each of these sections, I got to choose from 2 different pieces. So a lot of different options to customize. But this is the one I went with and I liked. The parts are fairly heavy. They're aluminum. So it's got some heft. The blade is fairly durable. It's not as good as some of those higher end blades out there, but I have seen hacks online where people, upgraded it to one of those and you can really beat them and stuff like that. In fact, the one guy on a video I saw hit it so hard against the tree that this broke off before the blade broke. So you can definitely see the quality here. So I'm gonna light it up. I have a purple crystal in mine, so it's gonna light up purple. So there you go. You can see how it goes all the way up the blade and makes some sounds. It's got a clash sound effect. So there you go, and then turning it off, slides back down. So it's pretty cool. Every crystal will give you a different color and a unique sound. So there are different crystals here. There is white, blue, green, yellow, red. And then within there's several varieties. I believe there's 2 different whites, 2 different blues, 2 different greens, 2 different yellows, and like 5 different reds. Actually, technically, there's 3 different greens because there's 2 different varieties of Yoda. So I bought one of each. I did buy multiple reds because you do have I've heard anywhere between 1 in 100, 1 in 500 chance of pulling a black out of one of those. So I bought a couple trying to get a black. So opening these up, there's my white. Here is my blue. Sorry, these are screwed on here. There's my blue. My white is Ahsoka. My blue is Obi-Wan. And you can tell this because I have the Holocrons here. The Sith and the Jedi Holocrons. You put the crystals in there and they'll interact. This is my green, which is Yoda's. Here's my yellow, which is Maz. Here is my first red one, which is, I have a Darth Vader one, and I have a Darth Maul one. There's also a Sidious and a Dooku one out there that I don't have. And then I did happen to actually get a Black Crystal, which comes with this cool little piece of paper here telling you, hey, you're lucky you pulled something super rare. And that one is actually Snoke. So these crystals can be put into either a Jedi or a Sith holocron, the reds and the black into the Sith, the rest into the Jedi, and you'll find out whose crystal it is or which crystal. And then if I put a Jedi crystal into a Sith holocron, Darth Sidious will basically mock the Jedi in the light side. And if I put a red or a black into the Jedi, Yoda will warn me against the folly of the dark side. So kind of cool. And then they also interact with each other, and they do have default settings, but we'll get to that in a minute. I want to show a little bit more on the lightsaber itself, on the construction. Basically, there's an inner kind of plastic piece, and then the rest other parts screw on. So I'm going to take it apart real quick to show you guys. I'm going to have my daughter hold the phone for me, hopefully steady. So excuse if it's a little shaky, but she'll do her very best here. So first we're going to take the blade out. You push down and twist. You hear that little sound effect. Blade pops out, and it's just a little connection there. So now I'm going to pull this apart. So I'll start with the base here. Give it a little twist. That will come off. Take the top piece off. Okay. we go. Take these next two off. And then finally, you can see here now it's the purple for my purple crystal. Which the purple, by the way, is Mace Windu. There are 2 different purple crystals. Both are Mace Windu crystals, but they'll have different sayings when I put them in the holocron. But I only have this one, so that's my purple crystal there. So basically the way the construction works is I will pop the crystal in. So this is probably the hardest part of the whole thing. There's like a little hole in there, so get that in. There we go. It lights up, makes a cool little noise. And then you know what? Let's do a different color just so you guys can see a different color. So let's do we'll do yellow because yellow is neat. The black, by the way, that lights up red. It does not light up black. Fair warning. But it does have different sound effects. So each of my reds have different sound effects, even though they're red blades. All right, so that goes on. Now you see here blue and red, and this piece here has got this red. So I'm going to go red to red, and then blue to blue. You can see it's still blinking to yellow here. I will slide my next piece on here. And slide this on. Now, one thing I'll note is this kind of looks like a little weathered and worn. You see some black in there. I actually used black acrylic paint to distress it a little. I thought that made it kind of give it a cooler look, rather so it wasn't all shiny and new. The other base, you see here I have this clip. The other style bases will have more of a loop, kind of like Luke's in Jedi. So they sell a clip at Savi's, which I was unaware of and I didn't buy, that I want to buy, that will work for either style clip. But this reminds me of like those old cell phone clips, so I'm wondering if that would work too. Finally put this piece on, and our lightsaber is constructed. The blade here, if you look, has got these 2 metal tabs. One's bigger than the other. So I just line that up. It's this way. Yep. Slides in, and then there we go. So that lights up yellow. And you can hear it's a different sound than the purple. So kind of cool. So then with the holocrons, I'll just do one of each. First off, the holocrons, they're USB charged, but you just clip the corners and they glow. Now there's no crystal in here now, so there's the default setting. This one's Obi-Wan.
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi Order and the Republic have fallen, with the dark shadow of the Empire rising to take their place.
So there's a few different messages he'll give us. So I'll turn the corners here, it turns it off. And there's a little door here that will slide open. And let's pick a crystal. Let's throw Mace Windu in there. So we'll throw the purple one in. We will turn it back on. And you see it glows purple now. And you squeeze 2 sides here.
In negotiating, silence can work better than a speech. But silence is more effective when it comes with a stern look and a lightsaber.
And there's several sayings. So this is what they call the Mace Windu version 2.
The Force always has a plan, but it doesn't always reveal that plan on a Jedi schedule.
Okay. Close that up. And I can, do, like I said, I have the Yoda one, I have an Obi-Wan. So I got a few different options there with the different crystals. So I'll pull this guy out. Sorry, one-handed, this is hard. There we go. So pull that one out. And then we'll do a Sith one here. So the Sith door is right here. This pops open. Sort of. Again, this is the one-handed thing. Okay, and I will throw in, let's throw the black one in. And you just turn this guy. You see it glows red.
The seed of the Jedi Order lives. As long as it does, hope lives.
So yeah, and then, like I said, I have the Vader and the Maul. Now, one other cool thing these both do, and again, if I don't put a crystal in this one, I believe it's Darth Sidious talking to us, or Palpatine, however they classify it. So if I turn this one back on without a crystal. Oh, sorry, it's Darth Bane. Darth Bane is the one when there's nothing in there. So the other cool thing is these two holocrons will interact with each other. Now, it does not change if you have crystals in them. There's only one interaction. But if I put them together the right way, which I believe is this way, we'll see something unique happen here. They turn purple. And then we hear a special voice. Oh, sorry.
Jedi and Sith wield the Ashlar and Bogan. Jedi and Sith wield the Ashlar and Bogan, the light and the dark. I'm the one in the middle, the bin.
So yeah, that's that neutral, or gray Jedi or whatever he is from the cartoon series. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So the whole thing is pretty cool. The experience is cool. The lightsaber is cool. I've seen 3D printable replacement parts out there. I've seen ways to hack the crystals so you don't have to get all 17 varieties, because there are a total of 17 different varieties. But like if I got 2 Darth Mauls, I could hack one of them and turn it into a Dooku, because I think Dooku is one of the options. So yeah, pretty cool. The whole thing was a neat thing. Spent a lot of money, but these black crystals I've seen go anywhere on eBay from 200 to, I think somebody sold one for over 1,600. But I think they're averaging around 300 or 400 now. But there are ways to hack one of your red ones, or any of them really, to make it a black. And again, if I put this one in the lightsaber, it does not make a black blade, it makes a red blade. So don't get overly excited if you find a black, think you're going to have a black lightsaber. So that's about it. Hope that helps. Thanks, guys.